Good morning. Well, why don't we get started? This is our resumption of Tuesday morning conferences. What's new this year is we're going to move departmental M&M back to Tuesday morning from Monday morning. So every Tuesday of the month we will have a department-wide conference at 7 a.m. and we'll no longer be holding the department M&Ms on Monday morning. So that's a change that came out of a survey of what we did from what the preferences were and when most people thought they could attend. So our agenda this morning, I'm going to give you a little bit of an update of what's been going on in the department over the last year and the upcoming year. We have Lisa Freeman here from, she's a Senior Vice President for Interim Senior? No.
Interim VP in Quality.
Interim VP in Quality. With a capital I in interim. And unfortunately, Dr. Riss can't join us this morning, but she's going to give us an update on what the hospital, the adult hospital, is using for quality measurement and where some of our focuses are going to be in the upcoming year. And then Andy Shelton is going to give us an update on EPIC, and that will round out the hour. So I just want to review, I think, what some of our departmental priorities are going to be this year, which you're going to be hearing a lot about. The first is really to continue to work on improving the quality, safety, and value of surgical care. This is something important for us to focus on no matter where we practice, but it's becoming increasingly important for our payers and for the public to understand the quality and safety of our care that they receive here. And Lisa Freeman is going to comment a little bit more on that. Second is really to foster a culture and cohesiveness and inclusion across all the divisions, all our training programs. This is one of the dean's priorities for the upcoming year. He'll be going around visiting all the departments and really talking about the importance of this to achieving all of our goals at Stanford Medicine. So we do this in the department through departmental events, and I'll be highlighting some of the events that we'll be doing the upcoming year, but bringing everybody together. Through the programs led by our vice chairs, really focusing on programs across all of our divisions so that we're not so siloed and that there's things going on and happening at the department level that are important to all of us. Continue to build excellence in research. We'll be updating you on that later in the year, but a lot of great efforts coming out with Dr. Morris and Dr. Gertner's efforts for leading our research priorities at the department level. Preparing for opening new facilities. I think we ended our department meeting last year talking about some of our new facilities and when they'll be opening and timelines, and we'll be updating you on those important timelines as they come along. But for what we know right now, the Digestive Health Center, which will be moving up to Redwood City, is on target and on date to open next July. So some of our clinics will be moving up there. The Packard Hospital is, I believe, on target to open the end of this year for the floors, and the interventional platform will open in the spring of next year. And the adult hospital is still too far out to really have a specific date for opening, and still looking into that, which means we're still going to have lots of problems with crowding in the upcoming academic year. And the other thing really I think that this department has been undergoing since before my arrival and will continue to undergo is really this transition from an academic tertiary quaternary referral center to an integrated regional healthcare system. And you'll see some evidence of that today when we talk about some of our recruits, where they'll be working, and yet they're still part of Stanford. So another big exciting announcement for me, and many of you have already had the opportunity to meet Rachel Baker, who's our new communications director for the Department of Surgery. Rachel has set up a Twitter handle at Stanford Surgery. She'll be helping you with tweets if you want, but if you are tweeting anything about Stanford, your work at Stanford, and would copy or tag us at Stanford Surgery, that would be great. If you don't have a Twitter handle, Rachel will help you set that up, and if you just need some lessons on how to tweet. So we're really just trying to create some of that buzz out there about all the great things that are going on in the department and getting that news out there. We also have a Facebook page. And we'll be putting grand rounds on YouTube. And coming soon, she's working on developing an easy department and division calendars that can be accessed from your phone, so you can see what is grand rounds this morning, what kind of things are going on. We'll have a monthly e-newsletter for the department of things that are going on in the department. and Department of Surgery app. I envision something like the Stanford Tree, who has the Stanford Tree app that has all the important phone numbers on it and things like that. So maybe something like that that has all the faculty, resident phone numbers on there, some of the important phone numbers that we need that would be easily available to us. Oh, I don't know why that picture didn't come up. All right. So we have 4 new faculty who have joined us over the summer, will be joining us very early in the fall. First is Dr. Lisa Knowlton, who's Assistant Professor in Trauma and Critical Care and General Surgery. And Lisa's official start date, David, is November 1. Okay. All right. Brooke Gerlin joined the section of colorectal surgery this summer from the Cleveland Clinic as a clinical professor in surgery. She'll be running our pelvic health center out at Redwood City. Nalima Kadagupta is joining us officially October 1. She will be associate professor, and she'll primarily be practicing at Emeryville and Marin General Hospital in the division of vascular surgery. And Dr. Jordan Stern joined us, I think, effective August 1. And he is an assistant professor and working primarily at the VA, but also here at Stanford. So you can see some of our faculty recruits we're using to build out some of our integrated network. Promotions this past year in the professoriate line, Dr. Kristen Stoudemire and Dr. Tom Weiser, both in the section of trauma and acute care surgery, were promoted to associate professor. They're here this morning. Tom's on sabbatical, and I don't see Kristen, but congratulations to them. And then promotions from associate to professor, Dr. Jim Lau. Is Jim here? Yeah, congratulations, Jim. And Carl Sylvester, who I'm not seeing Carl either, but congratulations to Carl as well. So tremendous accomplishments for all of them. Recruitment updates. As many of you know, we did a national search for a vice chair for education. This past year, the search was led by Dr. Jason Lee with participation from many of the faculty in our department, as well as some of our residents and students from the surgery interest group. And Dr. Jim Korndorfer will be joining us as the vice chair for education. He is himself a general surgeon, but his vice chair role will be actually at the department level. He currently is the assistant dean in graduate medical education and director of the Advanced Medical Simulation and Team Training Center at Tulane University in New Orleans. He's the residency program director there and is an endowed chair in surgery. Jim, like several others, has his master's in healthcare professions education from the University of Illinois, and his undergraduate degree is in engineering. So we're excited to have Dr. Korndorfer join us in the department in this important role as the vice chair for education. Next, another recruitment update that will be joining us this fall is Dr. Shipra Arya will be the chief of vascular at the VA. She's joining us from Emory University, where she's an assistant professor in surgery as well as epidemiology. She comes from, got her bachelor's from All India Institute of Medical Sciences. She got her master's in science and epidemiology at Harvard University, did her general surgery training at Creighton, and her vascular fellowship at the University of Michigan. She's been at Emory University for the past 4 years and will be joining us here at Stanford. Another exciting recruit for the department in the division of plastic surgery is Dr. Charles Chan, who will be joining us as an assistant professor in the UTL line. Charles is a PhD, just finished his postdoctoral work with Dr. Mike Longacre and Irv Weissman in stem cell regeneration, and we're really excited to have him join our department and looking forward to see the things that he will discover and innovate in that field. So we have a busy, busy fall in our grand rounds lecture schedules. The first is visiting professor will be our diversity lecture. This will be on October 3rd. And this lecture is sponsored by Dr. Sherry Wren and her role as vice chair for professional development and diversity. He's going to be speaking on violence beyond video games. Oh, sorry.
Speaking about how the U.S. military changed diversity.
Okay, great. So he himself is a pediatrician, and yeah, so we're not going to be hearing about violence beyond video games, which is good. Okay, yeah, it probably would be a good lecture, and so we're excited to have him here. We'll have some additional programming around his lecture as well. Dr. Timothy Pruett will join us at the end of October as the Solitaria lecturer. He is a professor of surgery and internal medicine and chief of transplantation at the University of Minnesota. Our Ignatius lecturer this year will be Dr. Caprice Greenberg, which will be shortly following that one on November 7th. She's professor at the University of Wisconsin and the Mortgage Distinguished Chair in Health Services Research. Dr. Greenberg is the immediate past president of the Association for Academic Surgery. So we're excited to have her join us in this lectureship. And then finally, our Chandler lecturer, which is our pediatric surgery division visiting professorship, will be November 21st. And we'll be inviting Dr. Steve Rothenberg, who's the chief of pediatric surgery at Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children's and Presbyterian St. Luke's in Denver, Colorado. He's an internationally renowned leader in minimally invasive surgery and received the SAGES Pioneer Award from the in surgical endoscopy in 2015. So lots of visiting professors in October and November. It had to do with more of their schedules than our schedules, but lots of exciting events in the upcoming 6 months. And then finally, we have an additional guest lecturer for professional development. Ed Livingston is a surgeon who's the contributing editor for JAMA. He is going to come and talk to us about publishing in high-impact journals and also do a writing workshop following his Grand Rounds lecture. So he's going to have several points where he'll participate with us when he comes in December. And so it'd be a great opportunity for our faculty to meet him. He's often not only looking for peer-reviewed research articles, but for different ways for surgeons to contribute to publishing in JAMA. Other upcoming events, the Halstead meeting is going to be next week, or later this week. No, next week, and Hartford, Connecticut, and Dr. Sherry Wren is the president of the Halstead Society. This is a traveling surgical club, and the reason I bring this up is next year we will be hosting the Halstead meeting here at Stanford University, September 5th to 7th. We will be, with part of that meeting, there's a local program, so we'll be asking several of our faculty to present their research at the local program next year. So things to look forward to this year, and let's also congratulate Dr. Sherry Wren on being the first female president of the Halstead Society. So congratulations, Sherry. Last spring, I announced that we got an endowment from Lee Ka-shing to support our surgeon scholars, and so I just wanted to let you know how we're putting this money to use. Mikkel Miller applied and received a grant to support her tuition to receive her master's in health services research while she's doing her professional development years. We are sending 14 surgical residents to the American College of Surgeons Clinical Congress and the Association for Academic Surgery Career Development Career Development course in San Diego, and 2 of our junior faculty are also being supported to attend this. So this has been a great gift to us to be able to get our young faculty and trainees opportunities to advance their professional careers.